Oh, fuck. It looks like I'm running with this. I got a charger on me.
You're running?
What do you mean I'm running?
From the police?
I thought that's what you said.
I highly don't recommend you run from the police. Wait, don't drive recklessly.
I thought you just said.
No, we said go do 100 miles an hour,
Yeah,
not
we
run
didn't
from the
tell you.
police.
Yeah, for not felony evasion, you're gonna go to jail.
Are you
Oh,
driving
what
recklessly?
the fuck? Okay, well, we fucked this one up.
Are you driving reckless?
Yes, I already took
Okay,
out a
you're
street
going to jail.
pole.
I'm sorry. There's nothing we could do.
There you go.
Seems
There's nothing we
legit.
could do.
Yep.
Fuck.
Sorry, can't help you.
So should I just pull over?
If you ran from him,
Yep.
yeah, I mean you can.
Should I
if
still
you,
call the lawyer, or should I just fucking
You
get arrested really
could.
quick?
You could try. I don't know what we could do for you.
It depends if they could
well.
fire you, sir.
I don't know.
If you ran from them and didn't drive reckless, you can't get arrested.
Yep.
That's a
well,
misdemeanor.
I ran reckless.
Okay, well that's a felony. So
Good. So
Making our job
That's
a
great.
little difficult.
what the fuck?
You're looking. Let's see, felony evasion of a police officer. You're looking about a $10,000 fine, 90 seconds
yeah.
in jail, and an impoundment of the vehicle.
Here comes
So-
secondaries.
Easily.
Shit.
We're not
This
going to be
and
able to do
thirds.
much from him.
God damn it.
We did not tell you to run from the police.
No, we
Well,
told
what
you.
the fuck?
We told
100 miles
you.
an hour.
The object is to not go to jail.
I'm gonna get a fine for reckless driving. $100.
Okay.
Gonna appear in court.
$1,000.
$100?
I appreciate it. I think it was. Yep. And there you
1,000.
go. Yeah,
Should be
1,000.
1,000. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Jesus.
I will.
That
Well,
caught
at
me
least-
the law.
You
At least
too.
they didn't get you for evading.
Yeah, I mean, I took about 4 or 5 turns to actually pull over too.
They
Like
could've-
I would
if they-
have slapped
they
my
gave
ass
you
against
reckless-
the car. Like,
Yeah, if they gave you reckless and they charged you with evading, that's felony evading. Like,
yeah.
Oh man,
So
you
my premise is to speed, and then as soon as they come after me, pull over.
stop.
Yes.
Okay, you didn't mention that the first time.
Yes, you want to
Well,
stop.
yeah, you don't want to go to jail.
You don't want to go to jail. Also,
That's
if
why
you-
I was so
okay,
confused. That's why I
or
said, really? I'm not going to go to jail?
what you could
That's
do
why-
is if you get the police on you and you do decide to run, do not drive recklessly. Stop at reds. Stop at stop
That seems
signs.
legit.
Just
Yep.
don't stop because that's a misdemeanor as not an arrestable offense. We're trying to find a cop that's going to arrest you for your driving over 100 so we can bail you out. That's
That's
kind of the goal.
problem too. So you you kind of gotta know a cop that doesn't know his shit.
That's why we're
Well,
kind of gambling. We're rolling the
Yeah.
dice.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to get.
So
You never know.
I'll just
Just do it
stick in the
again.
same car.
Yeah.
Yep,
do
speed
100
run.
again. And red lights, you should be good. There's a cop
Should
right
be.
there.
Oh, drifting, reckless driving.
Is that reckless? Yeah, that's not
Yeah, it's
control of the
definitely
vehicle.
Yep.
Whoa! It spun out.
There
Holy
you
tiger!
go.
That's reckless driving.
Yes.
But I thought it's still a ticket. I got
yes.
a ticket for the last reckless
Yes,
driving.
reckless driving is a
Okay,
ticket.
good.
It is. I don't know how many you can get in one day without going to
Exactly.
jail.
I don't know how many you could accumulate before they get upset. Does it say anything in the full penal code about that?
No.
Huh. Well, if it doesn't say it,
I don't
Then
think.
then they can't do it.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Just rack up as many reckless driving,
Yeah.
and if they arrest you, we will get you out. Nowhere in the
Okay,
penal code does
I'm
say
trying.
they can't arrest you.
My car is so damaged again.
Yeah.
He sees me. He sees me.
Reckless. Ooh.
That's well.
Reckless.
Just keep getting reckless. He's coming for you. I'd
Yep.
suggest stopping.
Could just pull over here, like.
Well, wait till
I'll
you
take
see
the
him.
exit.
Wait till you see him.
Okay. Not just like be pre-pulled over and shit.
If you even notice that you took the
Yeah, I don't
exit.
even think he noticed that I took it.
I don't think he
Nope.
did. I think he
Don't
kept going.
think
Should I go back on? Should I go back on? I should go back on.
Yeah, might as well.
Do it again. I should do it again. And then pull over.
There he is right there.
Oh, there he is.
And insta lit up.
Should I? Yep. Okay, I'll just come to a stop. Oh, here
Yeah,
we go.
I think the goal is we just need to get him to get as many reckless driving because someone's gonna want to arrest him after so many.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna arrest him, and if it's not in the penal code, then they can't. I assume they can't arrest you for it if it's not written in.
It's a pretty
the
safe
code.
place to pull over. Like, goddamn. You
Yeah,
won't
it
get
is.
touched. All right, thanks. You too. All right, they're letting me go, and then I'll. You too. Thanks.
You should just immediately rip it off this traffic stop,
Seems legit.
right back to 100 miles an hour.
Yep.
And Oh shit! And a reckless driving.
Yep.
But I'm gone.
I cannot believe he didn't write you up for reckless driving. For
Yeah,
passing
I'm
those
surprised.
2 cars on the shoulder.
Yeah, seriously.
It's pretty reckless.
What about donuts on the freeway?
Yes, that would be classified as reckless.
That's a good
Don't
question.
think that would be classified as anything more.
I don't even see him. Should I go back the other way?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Because like he was there. He was right on me.
There he is.
Still haven't seen him. He
He's
can't get
flipping
in the
around
traffic.
there.
Yep, he's
He's
flipping
flipping
around
around.
on you.
All right, I'll try to stay.
Siren this time.
Oh really?
There's another one.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I
this
think
might
I've
be the
pissed
time.
him off.
This
Yep,
might
I
be
think
the
this is
time.
it. What we've been waiting for. Should I kind of keep it up a little?
As soon as they get behind you with the lights and you can
Yeah.
RP that you hear and see them, pull over.
I'm just gonna keep it at like a 90 in first person. Oh, I hear a siren. What the hell is that? I can't see out of my back window. Oh, looks like I'm getting pulled over.
Yeah. There we go. This
Do they
has
want
to
me to
be.
keep
This has to be the
going,
time.
or-
This has to be it. No, I'll just stop.
This is a jank spot to have a traffic stop, though.
I mean, they're blaring the air horn at you. Clearly,
Yeah.
that means stop right now.
Yep, they did not want to wait for a good spot.
Nope. So they have to deal with the traffic.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think because I saw me speeding around so many times, that's gonna be the differing factor between not going to jail and going to jail. So hopefully they take me.
This, I mean, with
This is
him
gonna be a
sending
learning
another unit out.
experience.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it's hard to say.
And if
It
not,
is.
I will leave and smash off and come back and do it right on the same motherfucking cops. I will piss them off to the point where they'll take me. Oh, 123. Damn, I'm pushing it. Nice.
Okay, in that case, they could suspend your license for 2 years.
God damn it.
Yep.
Tell me that before you said going fast as fuck.
It's fine. You can't get arrested.
Yeah, they're just gonna take your license away.
So I need to go like
Driving on
100?
Are they suspending your license?
No, he's gonna make a phone call to the judge. Alright. Andrew's gonna try to make a phone call to the judge to get the license revoked.
They want to get it revoked though. They want to suspend it.
You two, can I go under 100?
Yes.
Yes.
If you
Okay.
go under 100, you're good where they cannot suspend your license. Anything over 100, they could possibly suspend your license.
Okay.
So stick between breaking the speed limit and under 100.
I gotta go to the mod shop. I can't see a damn thing. Is there one in
Yes,
the area?
but I double checked the penal code and they cannot impound your vehicle if it's missing its headlights.
I'll be
Okay.
damned.
They can if it's missing its tail lights, not its headlights.
Interesting.
So I need to get pulled over under 100.
And above
Between
the
like
speed
90
limit.
and 100, yeah. Between 90
Yep.
and 100. Driving recklessly by the same cops. And he'll
Yeah,
try
if
to
you-
revoke
it-
my license. And
Yeah,
probably...
if you go over 100, they can fully revoke your license.
But they have to have you clocked.
They have to
Yeah.
have you clocked.
I just passed it by at
Yes.
95, 98.
I wonder if they noticed.
I don't know. I had no headlights, unfortunately, which
You
sucks.
should flip around and go back.
Yeah.
Should I just write
Yeah,
that?
you
Yeah.
should. You totally
Fuck it.
should.
I don't think
Fuck
any
it.
of them are in their cars, though.
Yeah, but get in the right lane. Like, make it hella noticeable that you're going past them at a speed.
I'm going to try to hit the exhaust hood.
Jesus. That might get you there.
Oh, he's
Nearly
coming.
hitting them.
He's coming. They are coming.
I
They're
don't
gonna
think it
try
clocked me, though.
I don't think they did. And if they did, you
I
ever
want
go
to see
over
what they
100?
try to get you.
No, I was 65 to 70.
65. Okay.
I was just so close to him. It wasn't even funny. I don't think he saw
Oh,
where I went.
One of them has the
Yeah.
takedowns on with the lights
Yeah.
on.
I'm going to just run it. Mod shop is this way.
Yeah. Yep. It's closing pretty soon too, so you might want to get down there.
I got to get there right now.
Uh huh.
There it is.
Right.
Insta. He was waiting for your ass.
Yeah, it was. I think
he was still at the
I
light,
think that's
wasn't he?
Andrew. Yes, I think that is
He's gonna
Andrew.
try to
'cause
get
that's
you
the
for
tour.
it, man. This
Oh,
week you're gonna have to call your lawyer. You're gonna have to call your
Yeah.
lawyer.
You guys better
This
suit
is
up,
everything.
get in the car,
we're
and start
ready.
driving.
We are
We're
ready.
ready.
You give us the call, we'll head out.
He's like, if you don't, I could arrest you.
Oh yeah, bark up that
Yeah,
tree.
Theodore Benjamin. Yep, we're almost there.
Come on.
The only way they can arrest you is they're going to have to suspend and or revoke your license, and then you have to drive on that
Yeah,
license.
he said he put in a request for it.
Ah, I gotcha.
How long does a request take?
I have no idea.
Well,
He says the issue
World,
Judge Warren
1 minute.
hasn't came back yet, so. What's your guys' business name? What's your guys' name?
Mine's Brown, so Brown and what? What's
Brown
your
and
last?
Peterson?
Brown
All right,
and
we're going to
Peterson.
call Brown and Peterson.
Brown.
Sure.
Brown and Peterson.
Is this Brown and Peterson's law office?
No.
Yes.
This is Brown and Peterson's.
Yes.
Yeah,
This is Brown and Peterson's.
Oh, Brown and Peterson's. I'm sorry. I'm down on Marathon Avenue. Can I get you down here? Or they're trying to impound my car.
What happened, sir?
I was pulled over for speed, and they're trying to take my car because they said they revoked my license.
But they didn't pull you over. They didn't pull you over while you were driving on a suspended or revoked license.
No, sir, they didn't.
Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you out.
All right. What's your how long you think till you get here?
5 minutes.
Yep.
Perfect. I'll see you soon. I appreciate it.
Yep.
He's trying to figure out what type of episode we're doing. He's really confused. He's like, I can tell by the questions he's asking. He's like, I'm trying to figure out why you're going around and driving reckless, and it's like,
He's too worried about getting shot in the head. He's not worried
Seems
about
legit.
lawyers.
He has no
Honestly,
idea
true.
that. Well, he does know lawyers are about to show up, but
Yeah.
He doesn't know it's us.
yeah. Or how this is gonna go. Maybe I could get my license revoked, overturned.
Maybe.
You guys are good lawyers.
We can try to
we're-
talk.
We'll try to, yeah, we're going to try to work it out with the cop.
I'm hoping they don't throw the whole Wolf deal with us in court in our face, because they might do that.
What,
You
like,
close?
leave it for court?
Yes.
Yeah, we're getting there.
He's telling his partner to have the MDT up so that way he can show the lawyers the judge's decision.
We're not worried about the judge's decision. We're worried about
Yeah, I know.
the prior stuff.
Yeah, and as it
Leading up
happened,
to it.
as they stopped you, was his license suspended
No.
at that time? Because it wasn't. He told you that, right?
What?
He told you that it hadn't gone through yet.
Well, no. I mean, he had said that. I mean, it didn't go through until about 3 or 4 minutes after we had stopped at the traffic stop.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're good
For the
then.
last one
Perfect.
on this scene right here in a marathon. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
making sure you were
the
not...
car was stopped and I hadn't moved it
There
after
they
that.
are.
Yep, sure thing.
What is my name again? Rodney.
Peterson?
I think this just clicked over to me being
Hello?
arrested.
Hi,
Yeah,
I'm,
lawyer for this gentleman.
I'm Rodney Peterson, and this is my colleague
I'm Buster Brown.
from
Hello.
Brown and Peterson Law Firm.
Okay.
So what's going on? Why do you have my client stop?
Well, your client has been stopped 5 times today, all for speeding a variety of speeds, all of which have fallen at least above 15 above the limit. One of them was felony speeding.
No such thing.
Can you define that for me?
Felony speeding would be almost or exactly double the speed limit. So on
What title and section is that?
Going through. One moment.
Seems legit.
In the state of San Andreas, anything over 100 miles per hour is just a infraction. Should be a ticketable.
Yeah, as far
Offense?
as I'm aware, there isn't felony speeding in the penal code, but unless this officer can show me the code.
Well,
Yes, I would
keep
like to
in
know that
mind.
as well.
Keep in mind that this isn't. We're not arresting your client. There was no arrest warrant.
Oh no, I understand.
At all.
You mentioned
Okay.
felony speeding,
Yeah.
and I want to be just
Yeah,
pointed to
we're
the
just putting it
the
together.
proper title
Yeah.
and section.
Well, it was felony speeding is colloquial. It doesn't necessarily mean that it has any sort of meaning otherwise. The idea that you could basically run with is that felony speeding is something that we use to discern any speed that is going almost or at least double the speed limit. It's not as though we look at a circumstance where
Yep.
he is going to be
I
charged
had
with
a
felony.
clipboard
It's
out.
simply, indicates that the speed was faster than 10 or 15 over the speed limit. Now, that said, we are also dealing with a reckless endangerment issue here, and that reckless endangerment issue comes from, aside from his speed, improper lane crossings, making U-turns in the middle of intersections. There was a drift that he admitted to. There was a very, very fast left turn that he admitted to. And of course, the speed is
As of right now,
excessive.
everything he
So
said is misdemeanors.
this is the fifth
Yep.
stop of his day.
And not arrestable.
Yep.
Fifth stop of his day, and the judge that we contacted, if you guys care to, I don't exactly know how I can give you access to our MDT system, but if for some miraculous reason you folks had a way to log into our MDT system, which I'm not certain if you do or not,
Yeah, there you go.
you would see under the name Theodore Benjamin that the warrant issued for him by the honorable judge that we contacted approves the suspension of this gentleman's license.
So he has a warrant out for his arrest, or you put a...
No.
I'm confused about that.
The MDT system is not exactly capable of discerning between.
Oh, okay. So you guys just put in
things.
an order to have his license revoked or suspended. Now, was that license revoked or suspended upon the traffic stop here today?
No, it was suspended after a judge reviewed the order that we sent in to the courthouse.
Correct. But when was the suspension actually taken place? Was it before you pulled this gentleman over today?
It was on the third stop. Yes, fourth stop.
So this one.
Stop.
When was it actually
Initiated.
active, that order? They're looking it up, I guess.
This is great. This is the battle of the minds right here.
This is good.
It's going to be 3:56 Eastern Standard Time, which I suppose would put it at 12:56 Pacific Standard Time.
Okay, do you know how long, can you recall when this traffic stop of this incident took place?
How long ago this traffic stop took place?
Yes.
About 30 minutes ago, I'd say.
Okay, so you pulled him over and then the call to suspend his license was put through.
Yes, the
There we
decision
go.
was made after the fourth stop of the day, and he told me, he actually admitted to my face, that he intended to continue to keep his speed high. That is a direct quote. He intends to keep the speed high. We interpreted
Okay,
that
well,
as an indication.
regardless of all of that, he was not driving on a suspended/revoked license upon this traffic stop. That's what we were trying to write down here.
Yes, he was not driving on a suspended license on this traffic stop. That's
All
correct.
right.
All right, and our client's telling us that you're attempting to impound his vehicle?
That's correct.
Well, as far as I'm aware, in the penal code, you cannot impound a vehicle if the order for the license to be suspended isn't active during the traffic stop.
It is active.
It is,
Not
but it
at
was
all.
activated while my client was on this traffic stop currently. So when you stopped him, he had a valid license.
And he wasn't moving afterwards.
When we stopped him, I had my backup.
Because you said it was about 30 minutes ago,
immediately
correct?
check his MDT. That's when it was issued, yes.
Right, and the order for license of suspension was issued, you would say, about 15 minutes ago?
I'd say about 15 minutes ago, yeah.
After you performed the traffic stop on my client.
I'll
Yep.
be very clear with you. Mr. Brown, was it?
Mr. Peterson.
Mr. Peterson, I'll
Yeah,
be
this
very
is
clear with
Mr.
you.
Peterson. I'm Brown.
Okay, I'll be very clear with you. The traffic stop was initiated, and I was not aware of whether or not the suspension was issued. What I do know for a fact is that when my backup unit arrived, roughly 30 seconds after I pulled up on scene, I had him check his MDT, and it showed that the suspended license was in fact active.
Okay.
So I cannot tell you whether or not that it was active prior to the stop. What I can tell you is that
He just
the
told
moment
me.
we checked it upon
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
stop.
you
Also,
did.
it
when
was
we got
active.
on scene,
And
he
again,
didn't say anything
he is not
about.
getting arrested of any sort. The vehicle is going to be
He didn't say
impounded
anything
until
about
the
it going
suspension is
through. He
lifted,
waited about 4 minutes
or
after and
until he
said,
can pay
"Oh,
the,
good news.
you know,
The
pay
warrant
the
went
company-
through."
Pay the
Or whatever.
city,
Okay.
I'm sorry, to have the vehicle removed from the impound lot, returned to his home, and that's it.
You gotta
he'll be
get my
free man.
vehicle, man.
There's,
Come
no
on.
fine for this. There's no arrest to be taken place.
Okay, I'm just trying to find
understand
just
that he-
cause for my client's vehicle being towed, considering that as you stated previously, within the past couple of minutes, you stated that you pulled him over 30 minutes ago, but the warrant wasn't found out to be active until 15 minutes ago, which would mean that you would have stopped him before that was active. So while you stopped him, he had a valid
So
license.
if I may interject, I believe the stop 30 minutes ago was the one he referred to on Interstate 5. This is the 5th stop. The one he was referring to 30 minutes ago would have been the 4th stop.
Okay, so
That's all irrelevant to us right now. We're just trying to figure out why you guys are now saying that he was driving on a suspended license when, in fact, he was not when you made this stop.
When you don't know that the warrant
at the time, it
went
seemed
through.
like you
Yep.
didn't have the information to know that my client's license was suspended until after he was stopped.
We're not penalizing him for driving on a suspended license. We're saying that his license is
But you're not gonna
suspended,
tow the
therefore
vehicle.
he cannot
Well,
drive
you are
away.
trying to penalize him because you're trying to tow his vehicle. And his vehicle
Right,
can't
but
be
there's no
towed unless
monetary
it's
fine.
proven that he does have a suspended license while driving. You guys keep data logs, right, of all times of, traffic stops and things like that?
That's correct.
Is it possible that you could cross-reference the time that you called in the traffic stop on my client and the time that suspended license was actually enforced and put through?
I swear he better not make it up.
He might. He might.
I don't
That'll
know,
be
man.
fucked.
But also, he was starting to get off track because he said, regardless of all that this was the 5th
Yep.
traffic stop. But that doesn't
We
mean
don't
anything.
care. We don't
Yeah.
care
Nothing
about
in the
that.
penal code says that you can be arrested for being stopped 5 times
It's not arrested, it's towing vehicle.
or towing the vehicle. Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing in the penal
Yeah.
code says that they could take your vehicle because of that.
Well, see, the problem
I think he's
here,
looking it up.
Yeah, the problem here now is they're trying to arrest you because you're driving
Well,
on
they're not-
suspended slash
They're not trying to
revoked.
arrest me.
No,
they're
they're just
just-
trying to tow his vehicle.
Trying to take the vehicle. We want to make it so they don't take the vehicle.
Yeah,
Right.
because
Because
Conclude.
we didn't
Okay,
get
Richard
the
thought it
arrest.
was.
Hold on.
I'm talking alone to myself this whole time.
Yes.
Okay.
No. Yep.
Okay. I'll read off what I was trying to read to you again. The 4th stop of the day on Interstate 5 was completed at 3:33 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12:33 Pacific Standard Time. That's when that stop was completed. That's the end of that stop initiated the judge's check on the suspension as well as the tickets. Now I'll give you some case numbers here. We're looking at case number 1405 and ticket number 2871, which is the last ticket that he received and the last case number that we're dealing with here. That information is all logged. Now, if we're treating 12:33 PST as the time at which the warrant or the suspension was requested, the time of this stop, I'll go for my dispatcher right now.
33.
so
doesn't matter.
12:33. But the thing is, how long does it take for a judge to
It doesn't
grant
matter. We
a
were on-
Doesn't
license
take a couple
suspension?
We were
minutes, that's
on the
not in the middle of
traffic
the night.
stop.
No.
We were on the traffic stop. This one right here.
Right.
And my vehicle was already parked when he walked back to his car.
Right,
And I
yeah.
think I was out and he said, "Oh,
Okay,
good news."
so-
for
He's already-
both of
he's
us,
already
the warrant
admitted
went
that-
through.
that you were
Dispatcher
stopped
was
before that.
generated at
There we go.
12:51 PST,
12:51.
Was that for this traffic stop here?
as in about 20 minutes after.
I don't know.
So the
Yeah.
4th stop when we requested the
4th, here we go.
suspension came in at, let's see, 12:33. The stop was initiated, we'll say roughly 12:50, and the warrant was, or the suspended license was requested and was received 10 minutes after it was requested. So that means that this traffic stop
That's
actually
super
took
quick.
place
Yeah.
That's
That's-
fast.
after the license was suspended.
So you
But
called
then
the
why
judge
on the
in the
traffic stop-
middle of the night at midnight to request a
No.
license
But
suspension?
why on the traffic stop would he say,
what I
"Oh,
did.
good news for both of us. The warrant just went through," when we were on this traffic stop?
Yeah.
Okay, can
Now,
we
if you
speak to
wanna
our client?
criticize my bad. I was just gonna say, if you want to criticize my bad taste in terms of calling judges, you can absolutely do that. But we are operating well within the law, so you can go ahead and speak to your client. Of course, we're gonna stay here.
All
All right.
What are we doing? Are we actually
here.
We're
talking
just
in
talking
game, or are we
game,
just
so they
gonna-
can hear this.
Okay.
So what did they say? You said when they walked up to you after they stopped you is
We
when
were on the traffic stop, and when we were on the traffic stop, I can't remember. I was out of the car, or in the car, but he looked back at me and said, "Good news for both of us. Looks like the warrant went through." So even if he had his guy go check it, it doesn't seem like that would make a difference. why wouldn't you check it right at the traffic stop right after we got done?
Right.
Yeah, the issue we're running into is just the timeline here of whenever they actually activated that. But it seems to
Well,
me
that's what I'm
that
saying. If it took
they
10
didn't.
minutes to get it activated, then he should have known immediately upon seeing me again that should have been the first words out of his mouth that the thing went through.
And you said he didn't address it until the other officer showed
No.
up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he didn't know, because he had the other officer go back and check.
Okay, so at the time when he stopped you, you believe that he had no knowledge of the suspended license?
He, nor I.
Okay. I don't know about you, Brown, but I get a judge at the middle of the night, 10 minutes to get a license suspension. Unless this guy's got a personal problem with the judge, that's pretty quick.
Yeah, that's pretty quick.
I don't know. It's just not lining up for me. I mean,
it's like they want the timeline to match up so they can impound the vehicle, but it doesn't seem like that's gonna work out too well.
Yeah, because we're talking minutes. I mean, if he said that the last traffic stop stopped at 12:33 and then 10 minutes later at 12:43 it was granted and he was pulled over at 12:50.
12:50.
That's a very slim timeline there.
I can't even get a hold of my wife.
Nor was the client even sufficiently notified about the suspension properly to even be able to act upon it.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
they're not impounding your vehicle. It's.
Yeah,
they're
it's
not-
too
they're
sketchy
not-
of a timeline.
Yeah, I don't think they have
I
any
mean,
grounds here to impound the vehicle.
Yeah, I mean, even if he said at the last traffic stop that he was going to send in this thing, I wasn't properly notified.
Yeah, you weren't notified, and the original officer wasn't notified of it either. So I don't
This has
think
turned
that
into
that's
a literal
gonna stick.
court case because it's
It
down
is.
to
We're on the
minutes.
side of the
literally
street.
fucking is,
We should have
dude.
been inside a fucking place doing this. Damn it! All right, we ready to step back over?
Yep.
You guys handle this?
Yep, we're gonna try.
We're gonna
Just
try,
hang out
dude.
here.
I don't know. So my main concern is your timeline of the incidents. 10 minutes to get a suspended license in the middle of the night, 12:30 to 12:45 a.m. I don't know about you, but all the judges I know, they're pretty asleep at those times. They wake up early to get court cases. So you call the judge in the middle of the night to get my client a suspended license? So you got a personal vendetta against him, or why the rush?
Yeah, I can't see them getting a license suspended or revoked until at least 8 a.m.
And then not only that, but
Well-
7 minutes after his license is suspended, he's pulled over again, and he is telling us that you, as the initiating officer, didn't know that the license was suspended until your secondary showed up and told you about it.
That even delays it even further. So on these grounds, there's no reason to impound the vehicle because our client was not driving on a suspended license during the stop, and there is it's not a lawful stop to take the vehicle from him. You can cite him, do whatever you need to do, but you cannot impound the vehicle.
Well, gentlemen, I'm afraid there's a bit of a flaw in your management of this situation.
Here we
that
go.
I'll get to
God
in a second.
damn it.
I'll explain things in the order that you presented them to me, just so I can be absolutely clear. The judge, whom I woke up to issue this warrant, I did, was not too happy with me. But I explained the situation, and he saw the reports that I gave you guys. I actually read off the numbers for you. And
Can
he
I ask-
said that the reason
Can I
why
ask
is-
why? Why did you decide to go out of your way to call a judge in the middle of the night to get my client's license suspended?
That's a little strange.
That's
Let
a
me,
little
let
strange
me-
for me if you ask me. I mean, it's, you got
I'm
a
gonna go
personal
ahead- I'm
vendetta
gonna go
against
ahead and
him?
put it
How
in
many
terms-
traffic stops were you on
Sir.
with him tonight?
Sir,
Seems
in 5 traffic stops with him tonight.
You were on every traffic stop with him.
I'm the watch commander, which means I'm informed of every single incident involving a multiple recurring situation. So in this case, I was on the first stop with him. I was on the 4th and the 5th stop. The second 2 were handled by Highway Patrol, which means that I was not immediately present, but they did report the individual on the stop, and they also reported the description of the vehicle as well as the license plate. So I was
I don't know,
aware
man.
of the other stops. Even
I
though
don't know.
was not present for all 5.
The thing is it, like, I want to know. And can you, real quick? I'm just gonna write this down. Can you tell me how long do you think you were on the phone with the judge? This matters.
Well, I would say that it took me about 2 minutes to go ahead and read off to him the
About 2
situation.
minutes.
And then it took another 3 minutes
3.
for me to both apologize to him for waking him up and then explain.
It took longer
the
to
situation. I think it's
apologize
5
than
minutes.
explain the
What you guys are
situation.
5
looking
minutes.
For here, why I woke up the judge and why I expedited this process as quickly as I did.
We now have a
I'll tell you
2-minute
this.
time period.
It's the holiday
Yep.
season, you know. We've
Oh,
got
shit, he just
some pretty
hugged
slick
it.
roads,
Yep.
obviously. The snow
That's
is
why
not
I wanted
doing
to ask
anyone any
that
good,
question.
in these circumstances, and I'll explain it this way. I don't know if you gentlemen have family, but I do. When
Here
I
we
think
go.
about how many accidents happen in this weather
Here we go.
because of the inclement conditions, and I think to myself, if we could stop this guy
Where did
with
this
with
even
a
go?
citation,
What
have
the
him slow
fuck?
down,
Yeah.
protect himself
God.
and possibly others from being harmed because of his reckless actions, of course I'd do that. If 2 citations will get him to do that, absolutely. By the 4th citation, and by his own admission that he wants to keep his speed high, his words, not mine.
4 units.
He has indicated to me that he
More?
intends to at least
It
keep
sounds
his
like
vehicle
it.
moving quickly in weather that is fairly unsafe to do so. It was my decision then to consider.
Well,
all
sir,
the
when
other
it comes
drivers
to
on
the
road.
law, I try not to think
Sir,
emotionally.
Sir,
I'm thinking.
I'm not finished. I'm not finished.
Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
not finished.
Go ahead.
So you're right. I'm not thinking emotionally, but a law enforcement officer's
The
job
great
is
debate.
to
Here we
consider
go.
the other lives that are at stake. I'm not considering your client only. I'm considering the lives that your client is going to affect by going 128 miles an hour in a 60. And yes, we have that clocked. So there are
Can I,
lives that will be affected. What? You want the radar statistics from that?
No. I'm just wondering, between when you pulled my client over, how long was it before your backup unit showed up?
We're just thinking about
This is
it completely
You're
logically.
chiseling it out.
X-ray
Yes.
before you. What do you think? It's about 30 seconds before you get here.
Do you have logs of that?
Yeah, 30 seconds a minute. I was
Yeah,
right
ask
around the
us
clock.
for the log.
Should do when I got attached to it.
Yeah, I would like to see the
I
log
can
of
see
when
I
the
got
secondary
23.
unit showed up.
Between how long
Alright,
it took him
go
to talk
ahead.
to the
One
judge
second.
and their response time,
Yeah.
they are out of time to
They were
make
out of
this
time.
to make
I
this
was
happen.
up on
for the impoundment.
I think, Eclipse, so probably a minute or 2.
He's on
Oh,
Eclipse.
shit.
I'm waiting outside 2 minutes.
Ooh, that took us a while to get down
You said
here
2
from
minutes?
Eclipse.
Minute 30.
He was
Okay,
probably
perfect. Thank you.
lights.
Well, yeah, I mean he was code 2, but
What do you mind telling me? What response did you have? Did you have a code 2, code 3 response to this?
I was code 2 as he was the only unit on the scene. It was not code 3.
Okay, and can you clarify just again? Was it a minute and a half or was it 2 minutes?
God damn it.
He's getting the dispatch log right now.
Yeah.
So
Yes, we're gonna get the
my
log.
dispatcher just told me that my backup unit arrived code 2, 10:23 on scene, a minute and 45 seconds.
Oh,
after
minute
the stop was
45.
initiated.
ooh, it's chiseling
Okay, so
down.
if you don't mind me asking, when the secondary unit showed up, did you immediately go and start talking with him, or were you talking with my client?
This is good. This is so good.
We're nailing it. They got 15 seconds of a
One more
gap
time.
right now.
15 seconds.
It's down to this.
What did he say?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. What did you say?
I need you to say what you said again.
When the secondary unit showed up, did you immediately go talk to him, or were you in the middle of talking with my client?
The secondary unit showed up. He stepped out of his vehicle. Before he even left the side of his door, I asked him to check his MDT. We waited about maybe 20 seconds, and I said
They're out of time.
to the individual
Yep.
at that time. I said, we're going to go ahead and wait and see together what happens, and I sat and waited. I just said nothing else to him. The officer returned with the suspended license, and I went ahead and informed your client of the suspended license.
Well, based off of all these facts here, I just have this written down on the timeline. The timeline's showing we're kind of like out of time for this to ever occur, this whole suspension of the license. So that's the problem I have, is that there's no way that my client could have been suspended by the time you pulled him over, so you would not be on any grounds to take his vehicle today. You want to back me
Why
up,
don't you
Bugs?
give him the
I'm not
timeline?
sure how you see that. I'll go
Spell it out.
explain the
Well, okay, so
situation to
what
again.
you said was you left off of the last traffic stop at 12:33 a.m. and you called the
Yeah.
judge, which took you 5 minutes. After the 5-minute call, you said it took 10 minutes, which would have been, so 12:33 plus 5 minutes, that's 12:38. Now 10 minutes, 12:48. Now we have 2 minutes between when that warrant went through and my client was stopped for the 5th time, but you said you stopped him, you came up, you talked to him at the window, but your backup unit took 1 minute and 45 seconds to show up, and then you and him talked for 20 seconds before you validated. So it sounds like you pulled him over without the knowledge that his license was suspended.
I pulled him over
would have
without
to
the
agree.
knowledge that his license was suspended, and I had every intention of checking it whether or not it was. Now, gentlemen, before
but that
go
way
further
we
with
did
this
it-
charade that
no.
you guys have very masterfully put on, I have to warn you that you guys are arguing with the wrong people. I'm not a lawyer. I'm a law enforcement officer. I do not do the job that you do. I do not play the politics that you do. If you want to have this
Politics,
argument
that's
and
it.
actually have it mean something, you're going to have to bring this down to the courthouse, where you will.
Here it is. I told you he was
going
gonna
to
pull
the
it.
city prosecutor, and that prosecutor will explain to you the circumstances.
We'll bring his
well-
ass to court.
Your client.
Well, me and my colleague and my client will be driving our vehicles to the courthouse to talk about this.
You're more than welcome to, but that vehicle is being impounded.
That vehicle's not being impounded.
That vehicle is being impounded, and any attempt to obstruct that is considered obstruction of
I'm
justice.
not gonna obstruct you.
If you're not going to obstruct us, then we will be impounding that vehicle tonight.
Keep in mind, once you impound that vehicle, it's coming back to your badge number. You do understand that?
You know, it's left to a judge. That's the wonderful thing about the American judiciary system, gentlemen.
Well, if you feel like you are going to impound my client's vehicle, then go ahead and impound it, and you'll be hearing from us, and you'll probably be hearing from my client with a lawsuit for harassment against the
Oh,
Los
yeah, you
Santos Police
betcha.
Department.
Okay, well, I am Andrew P. I am 2 Bravo 2, the Assistant Chief of Police here in the city. I am the second in command of all law enforcement operations here in Los Santos. You're more than welcome to contact the Public Relations Office, and I'll see if I can get back to you. In the meantime, I'll see you gentlemen in court. Have a very safe trip. Do not speed, or else...
Don't worry,
our
there's a bomb in the
officers will
car.
stop you. Have a very nice day.
Yeah,
We're gonna
the whole time.
once we leave, I'll blow it
Jesus.
up.
All right, check your mailbox for those papers.
Or the bomb that I'm gonna
Yep,
put in
we'll
there.
be coming.
All right, I'm gonna get
All
in
right.
one of your cars. Come on, let's get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here. God
You're
damn
running.
fucking ass. I know, because I'm in first person. Yeah.
He's so
man.
happy he's impounded. The only reason why we're not going to interject
Jake, if
his
you want one of
impounding
these
is because we would get
cops,
obstruction, and we're not going
Oh,
to get
not only that,
obstruction.
and he's just not gonna fucking let it go. For fuck's
No.
sake, it's like
No.
Andrew was probably the best person to argue that with. The best and
Yes.
worst, because he
Yeah,
knows his
seriously.
shit.
He does know it, but it's like it comes down to the actual...
The timeline was just sketchy.
Yes.
It's
if
a very...
if it would have been like another 10 minutes, yeah, maybe. But, I mean, you're not going to get that quick.
good thing it was
Like,
a
that
stolen
was
car.
instant.
Yeah, the whole time fighting over a stolen car.
Yeah, motherfuckers, dude.
Oh man, yeah, no, we fought as hard as we could to get that car not
Yeah.
impounded, but
Tried
I
your
mean,
best. This guy still has his takedowns on. Turn him off,
I should
Dumbo.
crash into a pole and be like, I couldn't see, I'm gonna sue you.
Yeah, there it is.
Yes, do it. Or that telephone pole up there. Or
Yeah.
that booth.
God damn it.
If you don't, I would. 'Cause
Another
if I was
40
in front of
fucking
you-
minutes.
Yeah, I know.
right?
Damn it.
No, he just shut him off.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
fuck.
It's like he knew. It's like he knew.
We were gonna fuck with him over that. There you go, lawyering up.
Lawyer up.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. His timeline, he ran out of time on the
he
timeline.
ran out of time. That is
And
that the thing
that's
is what
the problem.
the
There has to be
It
bylaws
for
put in
being
about the
suspended
warrant thing, and the
was-
judge.
yeah, it was too late. You had already been stopped, and then your license was suspended. So while you were driving, you had a valid license, which means he has no right to tow your vehicle.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's going to be something that I guess we'd have to prove in court and prove that you, at
Looks
the
like the
time,
court
were
system's
driving
coming.
with a valid license. Yeah, court system's coming.
Yep.
Lawyer up.
Keep this case in mind. Keep this case
Oh
in
yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
This is it. This is gonna be the.
Because
This
I
is
mean-
gonna be the first one in
This
court.
is gonna be Benjamin Theodore versus the people of Los Santos.
Yep.
Yes.
Straight up,
That
the
is
first
great.
case. Let's do it.